Butterflies, welcome back to my channel, Butterfly MUA. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercedes, I'm the face behind Butterfly MUA, and if you are new, remember to hit that subscribe button. If you're not, welcome back. And I just want to say a big hello to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. You've come to the right place if you love makeup just as much as I do, and I have also announced my winner for my giveaway. I will be doing a YouTube short very soon of me going to the post office and posting the parcel, but I have to wait for the post office to be open to do that. So yeah, thank you for taking part in my giveaway and thanks for being here. So today I'm going to be testing out some of the Revolution and Roxi Cherry Blossom collection. So this has been out for a little while. I actually ordered it as soon as it came out and it arrived fairly quickly, but because of summer holidays and just being insanely busy, I just have not had a hot minute to sit down and play with it on camera yet. I have actually been playing with some of the products just, you know, during the week, you know, just to see how I actually feel about them. That way I think when I do a proper review on them, it's not going to be a first impressions, it's going to be an actual review because I'm going to kind of know how I feel about them. And let's just say some of them are not my favourite products. So I've got the Revolution and Roxi Cherry Blossom eyeshadow palette. I do have to say the packaging on this is stunning. She actually drew that herself, like digitally. It's meant to be like her digital gaming avatar because she is a fellow gamer. I love Sims, I love Resident Evil, all games. Yeah, I love them. So I do really like this packaging. Try to match my nails today into this theme. Then there's also a Cherry Blossom lip kit. So there is a lip liner and a lip gloss. I will test that out. And then I have a liquid blush and a liquid highlight. I have the Moonlight blush and the Sakura blush. Did I say Moonlight blush? Moonlight highlight, Sakura blush. There was two others, a Sunlight one and an Orange Blossom, but I put them in my giveaway, so they are gone. I didn't feel I needed all of that in my collection because I have quite a big collection. So yeah. So I think the first things I'm going to test out are going to be the liquidy products. So I am going to put pictures up on the screen of, it'll either be the YouTube short I took of me opening these and swatching them, or it will be actual photos I've taken of swatching these. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this how I would normally with other liquid blushes. And I do have to say I normally am a big fan of the Revolution liquid blush. So let's see how we get on. So you might not do your blush like this. This is just how I do mine. It does seem a very liquidy texture. It is a very pale pinky shade, but I want to say almost with a coral undertone. So I'm going to go in with my Tati Beauty Blender Full. This is the baby one. And just blend it out. So you might be thinking, why are you doing your blush like that? This is just how I like to wear my blush. I love blush and I like to go in quite heavy with it. I like it to, you know, really add some colour to my cheeks because I do have quite a red skin tone. Like, obviously I'm fairly pale, but like I have a lot of redness that shines through, so sometimes I sort of accentuate the blush to kind of make it look like my skin is red on purpose. And I have already done like my other base products. I've done skincare, foundation, concealer. Oh, I just realised I'm like swearing at you like that. Sorry. So yeah, I've already done like base products. Plus I know that with these liquidy ones, by the time I go in with other products and blend out with a bit of powder, it will fade down. I won't look so clowny. Okay, so that's the blush. I know I look really clowny at the moment, but I promise you it will tone down. That's the thing with like liquid blushes in this format. You put them on and they seem really pigmented and quite heavy straight away, but by the time you've done the rest of your makeup and it does start to fade away and blend out. So I have gone a bit to town with it, but I don't mind it. It is a very nice colour. I do really like this shade. As you can see, the packaging is beautiful, it's stunning. I do actually really like this formula. It's very similar, or it's very similar to the Revolution Super Dewy blush, which is one of my tippy top favourites. I've used it so much it's nearly gone. So yeah, I do really like this, and these nails are pretty much trying to trip me up. I keep nearly dropping stuff, so I do like that one. Next up we have the liquid highlighter. So again, I'll put swatches on the screen and I'm just going to go in how I normally would and just use my finger. So I hope you can see it does give you quite a radiant glow. So I'm just going to grab my powder. The powder I'm using today is just my e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD. Packaging looks really grim. I really need to clean my makeup, I think. Okay, so I have powdered. Okay, so I've powdered. I actually don't think it looks too bad. The highlight, I do have to say, is almost straight up glitter, which depending on your preference you may or may not like. I have to be in the mood. It does kind of, I did probably not apply it in the best way, but I don't know if you can see here, sort of like where I first put it down is where it stayed. It's not really blended out or moved where I've wanted it to. But it's not horrendous. It's okay. I don't think that is my favourite highlighter formula, but I will use it. The blush I do really like though. And I know that it will wear down during the day. So I don't feel so, yeah. I am going to do the lips first and then the eyes. So I'm going to use the lip liner. So it's just your average sort of pencil liner. Yeah, quite a nice tone. Okay, I don't like this lip liner. I really like the colour. The shade is actually really pretty, but the formula of it is really, really sticky. Like, it doesn't glide on. Like, you can't just draw it and get a nice smooth line. It's sort of tacky, so it pulls at your lips while you're trying to apply. So it's not the most comfortable application. You kind of just have to like force it on. It's just not a very comfortable formula, and like if I push my lips together, it's very sticky. So yeah, I don't like that. The lip gloss, however, is a very nice sort of cherry blossom pink. So I'm going to give that one a go. Smells very sweet. Okay, at least with the gloss on, it gets rid of that weird stickiness from the lip liner. But obviously this is a gloss, so it's going to fade down, so it's going to need reapplying. And I bet you as soon as that gloss fades down, that lip liner is going to be really horrendously sticky. I do wonder though whether the stickiness of the lip liner may grab the colour and like grab the gloss, and maybe it will last a bit longer. Maybe that's why it's a tad of a stickier formula. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the colour. It's not an... It's a sticky gloss texture. It's a gloss, but it's not ridiculously sticky. Okay, I need to prime my eyes with my P. Louise base. I've got really long nails on, so this is going to be a chore to do. Okay, that's kind of the best I can do with claws. So, the palette. This looks absolutely beautiful. Mine's a bit dusty because it's been sitting in my makeup bag, but I do really love this packaging. It's absolutely stunning, and it has a cute little heart mirror inside, and then you get 9 colours. It's a £9 palette. So I'm going to put swatches up on the screen, and after playing with this palette for a couple of weeks, I have come to realise that I actually prefer the mattes in this palette than I do to the shimmer shades. The matte formula is actually really nice. It's got nice pigmentation. It builds up quite nicely. They're nice. I like them. The shimmers, on the other hand, are not the shimmers that I have come to love and know from Revolution. This purple one up here is so crumbly, and I don't mind a crumbly formula with shimmers sometimes. I have some in my I Heart Revolution chocolate palettes, and some of their crumbly ones actually create a really nice glittery effect. Yeah, you get quite a bit of fallout, but then the look it creates is kind of worth it. This is not. It crumbles into nothing. This white one is actually not too bad. The pink one, bit lackluster, there's not really anything to it. The one at the bottom, that is actually probably the best one in the palette. So I guess I just need to play with it and show you an eye look. If I have done any eye looks with this palette and I've taken photos, I will put them on the screen so you can see what I've come up with so far. I do have to say this shade down here though, this matte shade in Dusty Rose, is my favourite shade in the palette. I will be so upset when I've hit pan and that one's gone, but as you can see, like, I've used this palette a few times and, you know, that shade is going down quite quickly. So I'm just going to grab like a fluffy brush and just go into Dusty Rose, which is a bit dusty. But it is a gorgeous dusty pink shade. So as you can see, it does give kind of like a nice subtle dusty pink look. Now I think I'm going to go in with this shade up here, which is called Blossom. And it's one I haven't actually used yet. And I know I'm still using my fluffy brush, but I actually quite like that for my outer corner. It stops the colour on my eyes looking so harsh. I know a lot of people will be looking thinking, you should be using like this certain brush to apply it there. But on my eyes, like, I'm in my 30s, my eyelid skin is not at its prime anymore. And I find if I use something that packs it on too much, it can go a little bit patchy. Whereas if I use like this fluffy brush, it sort of gets into like the little skin folds, which sounds a bit grim, but it's true. bit of fallout on my cheek. Go back in with a bit of dusty rose. Okay, so I've just tidied up a bit of the fallout because it was beginning to irritate me. So I'm going to go in with this top crumbly shade, just so I can kind of show you what I mean by it doesn't really do very much. And I'm using that fluffy brush again. It is my favourite brush. I use it for everything, which is why it looks so grim. Like, there is no sparkle at all. So I'm going to go in with the like whitey shade. Which is called Glow. So straight away you can see that has glow to it. So that is a nice shade. Yeah, so I actually think that's a really pretty shade. Again, a bit of fallout. I'm going to look a bit sparkly today. Next up I'm going to grab my number 7 brush. It's more of like a flat packing brush. And I want to try and take some pink sparkle. And go here. So it doesn't really do that much with the brush. It could be that I need to use my finger, but with my claws I am not going to be able to get right into that inner corner section. So the shimmer doesn't really pick up well on the brush. I could potentially dampen it down maybe. So I just need to do the other side, but I'm going to have to use my other hand for that because that finger's definitely not going to get where I need it to go. Okay, so that is now on, kind of. Obviously I couldn't reach into the right inner corner of my eye, but I guess that doesn't really matter because I normally grab an inner corner highlight shade. So I'm going to grab that one down the bottom there called Dazzle. Which actually applies really beautiful. I think it is the best shimmer shade in the palette. And then I'm going to grab angled brush and I want to take the shade Raspberry, which I've not used before, go under my lash line. Okay, so I guess this is the eye look before mascara. It's actually okay. It's not the worst one. Bit of fallout. I'm going to go ahead and add some mascara and then give you my final thoughts. Okay, so this is the finished eye look with mascara. I have just used the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara and the Essence Lash Princess mascara. Those are my two favourites at the moment. So, how am I feeling about my overall look? It's very pink, it's very pretty. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy a really nice pretty pink eye look. I think this palette would have been perfect for springtime. It's a shame it came out a bit later. I think spring would have been the ideal time for this, but you know, I can save it for next year and use it for spring. Now that my overall look is done, I do actually really like this palette. Yes, this shade up here, Glisten, the purple chunky shimmery shade, is a dud. Does not work for me. That one is okay. That one is the best shimmer shade in the palette. The pink one is okay when you use it's okay when you use your finger, but obviously not with a brush. The matte shades are stunning. I really like the matte shades. So I do actually really like this palette. When I was starting to film this video, because I played with it the other day and I tried to create a look and I wasn't overly happy, I was a bit like, oh yeah, I'm not overly impressed with the palette. Some of the stuff in this collection is just not for me. The palette I do actually really enjoy. I am definitely going to be using this a lot. I can see myself hitting pan on this shade pretty soon. It's going to happen. And maybe even that one in the middle. They're just really nice shades. So I do actually really like this palette. I like the look I've created. Yes, it is a very pink 9-pan palette. You're not going to be able to create loads of different looks, but you are going to be able to create quite a few. Packaging, stunning. I do really like it. The lip products. The gloss, I like the gloss. I will be using that. Nice texture, nice colour, nice formula. The lip liner for me is a fail. I do not like this. I don't like the sticky tackiness. Yes, the shade is very pretty, but I can't be dealing with that tackiness. And I also know as well that it's alright, my nail hit it and I thought it was wobbling inside. I also know that when I sharpen it and I'm going to be using it and it's going to be pulling and tugging, it's not very comfortable for my lips, but I can see myself breaking the product because where I'm doing that and it sticks and tugs so much, it's just going to drag and it's going to snap. I mean, it already doesn't look too great in there. So this for me is a fail. The blush I absolutely love, really pretty, would definitely be using this again. I do really like Revolution's liquid blushes, they're just a perfect formula, I love them. The highlight is okay, it's not my favourite. I do look very glittery, but yeah, it's not my favourite formula. I'll use it, it's okay, but it's not my favourite. So out of the 5 products, I think a good 3 being liked and 2 not being liked is actually not that bad. You know, 3 out of the 5, I think that's a win. I do want to congratulate Roxi on this collection because like, the packaging is stunning, Roxi is stunning. Now I have tested it on camera, I have fallen in love with the eyeshadow palette, I think. Yes, there's that dud shade in there, but I have fallen in love with it. The blush I love, the gloss, lip liner and highlighter, possibly not for me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. What are your thoughts on this collection? Have you picked it up? Did you like it? Was that shade for you in the palette a dud as well? Or did it work for you? Have I just got a dud shade in mine? How did you find the lip liner? I want to know. I want to know, is yours sticky? Let me know. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it and I will see you all in the next one.